Hi, I'm Danny.
And I'm Diane, and we'd like to welcome you to
Last Orders. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Last Orders. Today we're talking all things dogs, and today we have our special guest, Bonnie.
Say hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
Bonnie is our 6-month-old new pup dog, and she loves everything like us, loves everything about pups.
Yes. You, Paul? Good girl. Well done.
Okay, so Bonnie's gone. What do they say? Never work with children or animals.
Yeah.
So we're just going to let her be because she's running around there. Can't even tempt her back with some of our lovely treats. So here at the Crown, we have lots and lots of very nice, but totally natural canine treats. So when you're in the pub treating yourself, you can treat your little doggy
What
friend
flavours are
as
they?
well. We have 100% duck, so 100% natural bites duck.
Nice.
We've got boar. Not my favourite, but then I don't eat them. That sounds a bit interesting. So a chew, and we've got this one's really popular. Flies out the door as soon as we get them in. The pig in a blanket.
Oh, to be fair,
for dogs.
you can't go wrong with a bit of pig and blanket.
So yeah, there you go. So they're well sorted, but Bonnie is off chasing our chef at the moment. So, yeah, she knows where her bread is buttered or which side it's buttered on. Anyway, so what do we have today?
Yeah, as I say, talking about treats. Today, it looks like we have... You read that from there for me?
Yeah, it is our cream soda vanilla vodka. I picked this one up off our shelf and I was feeling a little bit summery, although it's not very summery outside. Saw it and I was a bit nostalgic. This is actually made in Carlisle.
Right.
So a very local drink, Bartender's Series. It is a timeless, loved classic, sweet vanilla flavoured, perfectly poured with a premium lemonade. So have you had cream soda?
I was just about to say, no, I haven't actually. I've never had cream soda. I don't even know what it really is.
I'll taste it. I can say it tastes exactly like cream soda as I had as a child.
Okay.
But if you've never experienced it before.
Oh, I like that.
And I tell you what's really nice with this, if you get this, I'm thinking more ahead for the summer. I really am wanting some sunshine in the summer coming up. If you do a little bit of an ice cream float on the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really nostalgic. I mean, I love it. I love the label and everything because it just looks really...
It reminds me of, do you know those pencil sweets? Have you ever had them? Where it's red on the out and white in the middle.
Yes,
it reminds me of those
vanilla
flavour.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
It's very sweet and very Moorish.
I think that's it's almost too nice. I think I might have a few more of these.
It could be very dangerous.
Yeah,
goes down just like cream soda. Affects you very differently though.
Yeah.
So that's our little treat for today.
So, I mean, I guess, on ice cream as well, as you said, you've mentioned, we do the Lakes ice cream as well for dogs.
We do, yes.
Could we do a float for them of some sort?
Don't know, maybe not. I think that's maybe taking it a bit too far, but we definitely look after our canine friends here at the Crown. So what do you think? Dogs in pubs, yes or no?
Well, I personally would say yes, just because I have a dog as well. So I do enjoy it because it's nice if I'm out and about with the other half and the dog and we, been on a big walk and we want to treat ourselves for such a big hard walk that we want to go and pop in the pub for a wee pint or something. Then it's nice to be able to bring our wee dog Zeus in with us. But I can see maybe why some people don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's a bit Marmite, isn't it, dogs and pubs? Depends whether you're a doggy person or not. Now, in the past, I was definitely not a doggy person. I would have hated it. I don't know what changed. I had some kind of, epiphany. And now I'm very much a doggy mum. So I love bringing my little dog into the pub. And obviously, because I'm in the pub a lot, my dog is here and gets used to the pub and loves being in and around lots of people. But we like a well-behaved dog in our pub.
Yes, I think that's the difference. I think if it's a nice, well-behaved dog, it's nice to see them and stuff. When you've got ones that maybe cause a little bit of chaos, that's when it can be a bit not so enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a few rules and things in here. I mean, we look after our dogs well. We've got treats for them, so there's always something at hand for them, ice cream or treats, just like children, to keep them fed and occupied. We've got some dog blankets, little mats that we encourage customers to use with the dogs. They're in a basket and obviously bowls of water, etc. For them. We have thought about a dog menu in the past, but it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's about what is exactly right for dogs. And we've looked at it and we've consulted with vets, and then it becomes just quite difficult to do.
Yeah, you've got to give them the right balance and nutrition.
So we kind of leave that up to people. If they want a little bit of something for the dogs, a bit of Sunday roast beef or some sausages or whatever it is, we can do that. We've got some dog bowls and some dog plates and things there for them. Happy to do that. But
well, as you said, our wee Bonnie's chasing the chef at the minute. I think it's very noticeable when the chefs come through. The dogs quickly realise who they are. As we say, we've both had dogs now. Oh dear, you got a little bark there.
A little barking.
But yeah, because we started off with Shug. Shug was our first pub dog. And he is a puppy. Quickly realised if he sits outside the doorway of the kitchen, eventually a chef will come out and give him a wee sausage. And I think that's very much passed on to Zeus now, and now Bonnie, and and any of the other local dogs that come in for a sausage. The chefs love to try and give them a little treat. Which is nice.
It's great when I'm in here with my dog, but if I take him out somewhere else or her out somewhere else, and she sees a chef's uniform and starts barking at them, it can be a bit embarrassing. So maybe not too many treats from the chefs.
But
so as I say, it's a bit Marmite. So I like dogs. I don't mind them coming in. We ask that they're on a lead, and I know some dogs are really, really well trained, but it's a bit like children. You can bring your children in, but they can be easily distracted by someone else's who are maybe not as well behaved as yours.
No, definitely. I think. Well, we both know, like Gran. One of my Grans. She's not really a dog person at all. No. She doesn't really like them. She doesn't like them jumping up at her because she's a bit afraid of them. I think she's had a bad past with a dog and she's got a wee bit scared of them. So it's understandable if she's out and about, she doesn't really want to see a dog because she feels a little bit nervous. So I can understand that as well. And maybe some people have allergies. And so there's all that to play as well. So I think in some respects, having a dog-friendly venue is great because it gives people who have dogs a bit more freedom to bring their dogs out, and you don't have that guilty feeling of, oh no, I'm going to have to leave the dog at home kind of thing. But for those who maybe are a little bit more nervous or have allergies, I can see how maybe it might deter them away. So it is a very...
Yeah, and in the past we've lost customers because we're dog friendly. There's people who've come in and they object to it. As you said, allergies are the biggie. If you're allergic, then you don't want to be going sitting somewhere where dogs are around about you. It takes the pleasure away from you. So that's a big concern for some people.
I guess what's the I mean, we talked a bit about the dogs here, how they notice a chef, and it's always great fun, but is there any more situations that you've had with dogs in the pubs that have maybe been good or bad?
I think we've had some situations. I must admit, I always say well-behaved dogs. We should probably say well-behaved owners can bring the dogs in, because the dog can only do what it can do. We've got a list of rules in here for our dogs, and we kind of ask that people try not to put the dogs on the seats. They keep them on a lead. They're careful how they react around other animals, other dogs that are in. So we've got sort of quite a few rules and regulations for that. And I always say, if your dog has come in and it has an accident, and it happens, you know, let's be fair, we both own dogs, and sometimes they are unpredictable. They can't tell you, and you're in the middle of having your pint and, you know, or whatever it is, chatting to your friends, and you don't notice. If there's something happens, for the love of God, please just tell us. Just tell us. My other pet hates is when someone lets the dog sit under the table and chew the chair leg or the table leg as if it's just like a bone. And I think, you must have heard them doing that. You must know that they're sawing away at my chair while they're sitting under there. But they just let them do it because they're quiet and occupied. But, you know, we go away and I've got a chair with 3 legs. Yeah.
It's not going to be really good. It's not
great.
I mean, I know when, you know, we've been in the hospitality industry for a good while now, between the two of us. And I think, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've, you know, seen some interesting things, not so much dogs. We've had, you know, I know when I was working in one of the pubs, we had a students come in, some foreign students, and they brought in a backpack. It looked like a backpack. Nothing really out of the ordinary. And then they went and sat down, left them be. I went over to go and take their order. And then before I know it, I just see this person holding this cat. Big, fat, fluffy white cat. And I'm a bit bewildered because I'm like, I don't know where on earth this thing came from. And I had to say to them, sorry, cats can't be in here. And
can you
cat
say
got put back in the backpack.
We're dog friendly, but not cat friendly.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you get dog cafes and cat cafes now, and all sorts of pig cafes and goat cafes. Like, there's all sorts of things out there these days.
Pig cafes?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's many in the UK, but there are some out there, like things like that. And I think it's, seems to be a new thing to bring animals into the pubs.
I can beat the cat in the pub.
Right.
I can beat that. In one of our previous pubs, we had a gentleman come in and things seemed to be moving around his top half involuntarily. And
please don't say it was a snake.
No.
Okay.
The next thing was a ferret popped out.
Ferret?
The inside of his jacket. Yeah, a white ferret.
Wow.
And it's a difficult one because if you're dog friendly, do you say you can't have ferrets in the pub? Is that something you have to state, or is that a kind of unwritten rule?
I don't know, because, that's a good point. Because, I mean, if they're all on leads, if they're all well behaved, but then does it come to a point when your pub becomes a petting zoo? It's like
a menagerie.
Yeah, I suppose with dogs, they're more trainable than maybe a cat or a ferret. You can train them to sit. You can
train ferrets.
Oh, you can. They can do tricks and
can train ferrets, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So we've had a ferret. I did have to say, for the interests of hygiene and allergies and whatever, that we didn't really advise ferrets in the pub.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago. I'm not sure I'd get away with it now.
No,
I
don't think so.
I think the laws of politically correctness or whatever might. I don't know.
Not want to worry.
So I'm begging anyone out there who's listening who has a pet ferret, please don't bring it into the pub.
Or snakes, or horses, or pigs. Just, we can deal with dogs for now.
I've actually had a horse.
Are you joking?
This was in a very rural pub. It came and had its head just in the kind of patio doors.
Feels like a bit like a saloon then, like a bit of a Western saloon with the horse.
It wasn't actually in the pub, but it was nearly in the pub. Wow. Another couple of steps and it would have been in.
Wow.
But it was very well trained, very well behaved. Yeah. So you know, I'm kind of open to any well behaved, under control.
You've opened a whole door there. You know what? You've opened a whole door.
Take it back.
You know, anyone's just going to bring anything in now just for the sake of it.
I take it back. We don't want hamsters or...
We'll just stick to dogs, I think, for now. I think, but maybe...
Your goldfish would be okay if you want to bring your goldfish in that one of those little old-fashioned bowls. Sit in the middle. It might be quite therapeutic. Actually, maybe we could get those for the centre of the tables.
Like little fish.
I think that's maybe a bit cruel now, is it? I don't know.
I think you'd be at risk of a few things there, so maybe not, but maybe in an aquarium somewhere would be nice. You see that in some restaurants, nice aquariums.
That's very 70s.
Oh, wow.
Where have you been recently?
I don't know.
That's very old-fashioned. Yeah, it did happen in the sort of 70s and the early 80s. There was a few aquariums round about.
Yeah.
Unless you're abroad and they're actually dipping into the tank to get your lunch out. Seen that as well.
Oh, God. Oh, you've seen all sorts of you, haven't you?
So I can tell you a tale.
Right.
I had a friend, this is genuine, who went to, I can't remember if it was Korea or Japan, somewhere like that, about 10, 15 years ago. And they went to a really nice fish restaurant that had one of these tanks outside. Okay. And he was looking at all these amazing fish swimming past, things we'd never seen before in Britain. And there was this great big fish swimming along. And he was sort of looking at it, and as it got to the end of the tank, it whipped round and came back the other way. And it was kind of swimming a bit weirdly, which I think was probably why his eye had been drawn to it. But when it whipped round to the other side, there had been a steak fillet of fish taken out the side.
No, you're joking.
And it left, and then this poor fish was swimming along with half its side.
How's that even
missing.
Possible?
But I mean, I probably should have told you that tale. It's probably going to upset. Sorry, I apologise for telling that tale. I've probably upset a lot of our vegetarian and vegan.
You get us cancelled before you even started.
I know. Sorry.
Oh my god!
But it probably doesn't happen now. I mean, that was a long time ago in the dark ages when I was like a lot younger. So yes.
Well, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
On that note.
Yeah, on that note, back to dogs in a kind of roundabout way of going back to things. I guess I personally, when it comes to dog-friendly pubs, I would like to bring in my dog. I love him to pieces. He's my wee family member. And I hate the guilt leaving him at home, so it's just nice to bring him along.
It's the guilt that kills you, isn't it?
It is the guilt
that kills you when you leave them behind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bring them along. So at the Crown, we love having your dogs in. Maybe not on band nights, because I think that's a bit cruel to the dog. It's a bit busy and a bit loud. But the rest of the time, bring your dog. We love having them in. If you want any other animals, it's not yet open to other animals. Yeah. But let us know in the comments, if you want to bring your pet donkey or something in.
Now that would be fun.
Let us know. I don't know. Your goldfish ball under the arm, whatever. Let us know. It's always interesting to hear from people. Yeah. A little bit light-hearted fun.
On that note, cheers to everyone, and to all our little dogs and pets and all our little furry and scaly and
slimy, slithery
little friends. Cheers.